Office completed its investigation into a former deputy who was fired for having sex with an inmate.
That's right. She was also suspected of smuggling drugs into that jail. 19 investigator Mike Mason broke this story and has more.
This case had been closed for over 2 years. Then we began digging around and the Summit County Sheriff's Office reopened it. And now we have their final report. 2 years after a Summit County deputy admitted to having sex with a prisoner, the case is now closed and no charges are being filed against her. April Woodside was fired in October of 2022 for having sex with an inmate. She admitted this to detectives during an internal affairs investigation.
We had intercourse.
You had intercourse?
Yes.
Where did that take place?
In the cell.
19 Investigates tracked down that inmate, Jordan Schwertner, and spoke with him by phone last fall.
I told her I liked her. I wanted her to be my girl.
SCSO's report shows Woodside was also suspected of smuggling drugs into the jail. She denied these allegations, but Schwertner says when Woodside was fired, deputies raided his cell and found some of the drugs she had given him. What kind of drugs did she bring you?
I had meth, coke, heroin, fentanyl, Percocet, weed.
According to state law, if a law enforcement officer has sex with someone who is in custody or provides drugs to an inmate, they could be charged with felony offenses. However, Woodside wasn't charged, and SCSO closed its investigation in December of 2022. Records show the case was suddenly reopened last November, 12 days after we reported Woodside was suspected of smuggling drugs into the jail. SCSO recently asked the Summit County prosecutor to review the case for criminal charges, but Assistant Prosecutor Brian Laprinzi declined to take it to a grand jury. On February 25th, Laprinzi wrote the sheriff stating that due to a Supreme Court ruling protecting public employees from self-incrimination, Woodside's admission to detectives couldn't be used against her in court. Laprinzi's letter here also states that if SCSO finds any additional information, he'll reevaluate the case. We reached out to the Summit County Sheriff's Office, but they declined to comment. Mike Mason, 19 News.